Welcome to an AFC Championship edition of the Steelers Cast on timesonline.com from the UPMC Rooney Sports Complex. I'm Chris Mueller, joined alongside by Chris Bradford. And Chris, awaiting us on Sunday is a game everybody kind of has been waiting for all season. Brady versus Roethlisberger, Patriots versus Steelers. Two of the gold standard franchises in the NFL. One thing the Steelers have not been able to do is beat Tom Brady and Bill Belichick up in Foxborough at Gillette Stadium. How much do you think that's on their minds this week as they prepare for, obviously their biggest game of the season?
Well, I don't think it's the opponent that matters that much. When you're a game away from the Super Bowl, you don't care who you're playing. The fact that it comes against the New England Patriots and Tom Brady, a team that's haunted them so many times over the years, yeah, it does add a little bit extra. This is a Steelers team and Patriots team, as Mike Tomlin liked to say, good on good. These are two teams that are coming into this game red hot.
And here's what Pro Bowl center Marquise Pouncey had to say in anticipation of the matchup with the Patriots.
It's going to be exciting, man. It's the type of game it is, the type of players that they have and that we have, man. It's what football's all about, man, to get into these big-time games, and we'll see how it turns out.
Obviously, a lot has changed from that Week 7 game, the 27-16 loss. Whether it be the pass rush or, the consistency of the run game on offense, if you could pinpoint one area, one improvement the Steelers have made from then to now that will, be able to give them an advantage over the Patriots this week, what do you think it would be?
Yeah, I think the one biggest difference is the addition of James Harrison going into the starting lineup. Back then in Week 7, he was playing about 50% of the snaps in a rotation. Now that he's up to close to 100%, and with nothing left to prove at this point in his career, he can just, pretty much empty the tank these next two games. And I look for James Harrison to be the real difference maker for the Steelers.
Leading into our key matchup, it's going to be James Harrison and that Steelers defense versus Tom Brady. Brady is, arguably having the best season of his 17-year career, 28 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. It's the best, touchdown-to-interception ratio in NFL history. It speaks for itself. But, the Texans were able to pick him off a couple times last week. So, how do you think the Steelers defense, it has to start with pressuring Brady in order to kind of, maybe, contain him at least?
Yeah, you're going to have to frustrate him. You're going to have to get some bodies on him. Anytime you get a chance to hit him, you have to hit him. We've seen Tom Brady before in the past kind of lose his composure a little bit. If the Steelers can get to him, guys like James Harrison, guy like Bud Dupree, guy like Stephon Tuitt, get some hits on him, disrupt his timing, and you're also going to have to take away his passing game. The Steelers have a couple young defensive backs back there that you expect that Brady's going to try to test. If the Steelers can get pressure, that'll help alleviate some of the pressure on those two young guys, Sean Davis and Artie Burns.
And moving into the injury front, there's not too much to report with the team this week. The only thing, there's been an odd stomach bug going around the team. A bunch of players have been out through practice during the week. Notably, Ladarius Green was out on Thursday, according to Mike Tomlin, not because of a concussion, because of a stomach flu. These kind of little things pop up. It might be an unfortunate timing for the Steelers, but I don't anticipate it being too much of an issue come Sunday.
I was speaking to Ramon Foster, and he said, "Hey, no excuses. There's going to be no issues with this stomach bug. Whatever guys have to do, if they have to plug it up, they'll do that. But there's not going to be any excuses because of a flu bug." From what I've heard, I've talked to a couple guys who've gone through this. They said it's a fairly quick-moving bug that goes through fairly quickly. So here we are on Thursday. Should be no problems by Sunday evening.
That's all we got here today for Steelers Cast. Be sure to tune in to timesonline.com all weekend. We'll have coverage leading up and during the game. We'll both be at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Follow me on Twitter @byChrisMueller. He's at BCT Bradford, and we'll see you after the game.